G'day folks, and thanks for joining us again on Rex Hunt Fishing Adventures. Welcome to the Northern Territory of Australia. This is magnificent Kakadu. Look at that! The old bearded birdler, he's in his element. Threw it into his mouth. Unbelievable, mate.
It's just like nature. It's what we're all about.
I tell you what,
This is just fantastic.
Wagons, ho! Oh, thank your mother for the rabbits. Just when they think it's safe to come out, it's not an animal! Bang!
I guess in the end, that's probably why we all go fishing.
Put him on, Rex. That's the way. Any weight there?
No, just a bit of...
Not a catty, is it?
Oh, it might be a catfish. He hasn't come to the surface at all, but he wanted that lure. Come on now. You know what? Well, he's something that goes to Barramundi.
He's all right.
Yeah, nice Barramundi. Well, it's a pretty good start, folks, I can tell you now. Got this little creek mouth joining this magnificent South Alligator River. And as Phil pointed out to me on the way down, you've got to start looking for a few structures and a few areas that are going to hold fish. Come out from behind there, mate. We've got a colour change here. Very important colour changes in barra fishing.
Well, the barra, as I said earlier, they're an ambush fish, and you've got virtually a wall of dirty water that meets this wall of cleaner water coming out from the floodplains, and it's these colour changes that the fish hunt along. Yeah, it's a beauty.
Yeah, it is a beauty. This might be a beauty too, because he's gone up the other end.
Not a bad trick, Rex.
Come on, mate, under you come, under you come. We need you on television. That's the boy. Look, he did what I told him.
He's not a bad fish either.
He's a lovely fish, isn't he? I tell you what, come away from there. I said before too, folks, that so many people lose fish like this because they panic, they see the fish and they don't want to see the fish disappear. But you've got to understand, you've got an anchor rope down there, got a snag there, we've got a man with a net there, we've got to get things right. 6 kilo line and a properly adjusted drag, and we shouldn't be in any trouble because we're actually controlling that fish now. Gee, didn't he woof it?
He hit pretty hard, did he?
Oh yeah, he did. Well, the lure stopped, and all of a sudden I thought I'm snagged, and then the snag started to move.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it looked a bit too good for there not to be a fish here.
Oh yeah, yeah. What a nice fish.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Just a nice fish. Oh, geez, not done yet. Although you might get a shot at him now, Phil.
Be nudging 70 centimetres, 68 centimetres or so.
Nice fish, isn't he? Just
He's all right, Rex.
for you there. Look at that. Oh, nice fish. All right. Gee whiz.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
Well, what a start to the trip, folks. We're here on the South Alligator fishing. Well, the term they use up here is the runoff. And some of the magazines that go right around the world are already promoting the fact that this is a prime time of the year. I always come up here with my friends and my wife in October, the lead up to the wet. But I reckon post-wet, straight after the wet, very, very good fishing. And I'm not about to disagree with them, folks. tell us a little bit about this particular fish and why he might have been here.
Well, as a colour change is formed on the turn of the high tide, Rex, you can see that swirling eddy of water just behind us. These fish will just sit in the mouths of these creeks, ambushing whatever prawns, mullet and other bait fish come out of them. They're forced out by the dropping tide.
Mate, I'll give that a little bit of a peck and Phil will do the deed, folks. I tell you what, he'll live to fight another day, and that's what it's all about. Conservation and ensuring that we've got fish for tomorrow. But you can still also take a fish that size home to eat. Probably better than to take one a metre, who's one of our great breeding stock. Hunt and haul. Well, sounds like a rock band, but the team's at it again in magnificent Kakadu.
Oh, good stuff, Rex. He's not too bad a fish.
What? Didn't he whack that? Oh, look at that go. Look at him go down there. He's going to come into this eddy. Now, a lot of folks just sort of clam up when they get a good fish. He's going to come up in a minute. He's going to come up. Look at this. Come on, up you come and show yourself. Oh, wow. He just hammered that, folks. This is what they call an eddy in Rookery Creek. And once again, it's a long creek and it all looks the same. We've got a little creek coming in behind me, and this rush of floodplain water coming down here at 100 mile an hour, something's got to give. He's a nice fish. He really is a typical barramundi. We all like to catch big barra, and I'm the first to come after a metre fish. But these smaller saltwater barramundi, they are probably, well, a run-of-the-mill fish that you tourist people can expect to come up here. I might just get him around here because Brendan's probably find it difficult to pick him up for you. But oh, what a beautiful fish. And he just hammered that nilsy. I tell you what, I keep on coming back to the fact that the fluoro colours, Philip, you tell you what, in dirty water, they take a bit of beating, don't they?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Look at that boil.
Simple matter of them being easily seen.
Oh, yeah. Gee whiz, what a fighting fish. What a fighting fish. He's down to the double. Look at that.
He's all right?
Yeah, he's all right. Of course he is. A double down to 35-pound trace I think I've got on in the old scale.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gives you a little bit of momentum here, folks, when you're trying to control the fish and he's trying to get under the boat or under a snag. And oh, wow, there's some power in that fish, Philip.
You got him well hooked.
Oh, wow, what a fish.
Good one, Rex. He's probably 68 centimetres, 70 centimetres.
You know, Philip, I never tire of this.
No, neither do we.
Oh, I bet you don't. But you manage your fishery well. The Northern Territory realised the value in dollars of tourism coming to this particular part of the country to come after fish like this. And it's not only Australians. The Japanese love them. There was a coach full of Germans who came here just to catch these magnificent fish, the Australian barramundi. And the Northern Territory government, in their wisdom, have invested millions of dollars in this fishery. And in turn, they're getting squillions of dollars coming up here in search of this magnificent adversary. Nice fish, mate.
Well done, Rex. He'd be 70 centimetres.
Just a lovely fish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mate, here we go. Just nurse him like that. And just, I don't think he'll need a lot of rocking, this bloke.
He'll go straight off.
And away he goes.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, it was good. Not much better than this, but you heard me saying to the folks about the seriousness of what you people have done. Phil's with the fisheries of the Northern Territory government. And you're really looking after the fish. You're buying out some of the pros, letting them go to other areas, but also letting us as amateurs come in and fish these areas. But we're not without our restrictions as well, Philip, here.
That's true. There's size and minimum size limits and a possession limit that recreational fishermen have got to observe. Tourism is a huge industry to the Territory, and fishing-related tourism's a mighty significant part of it, so it just makes sense to ensure that there's a lot of fish for locals and tourists to come and catch.
Well, they better keep it up, folks, because 3 or 4 times a year there'll be a bearded fella with no hair and a roof over the tool shed The pretty good looking blonde-headed missus coming up here spending a few dollars on this because one day it's going to run out. And I tell you what,
over on that corner, Rex, there's a fish feeding there. Did you see him earlier there?
He's working me hard, folks. Have another cast.
Why not?
As they say in the AFL, Rex hunt fishing. What was that? Not I'd like to see that. Have another cast, Rexy. Look at that bloke right up there. Everything's got a reason. And I suppose, folks, when it comes to it, that we all travel through life at such a frenetic pace that we don't sort of, to use a term, smell the roses. And just taking a little bit of shade and a drink before we continue on our magnificent sortie here in the South Alligator, I like to take it all in. Every nest has a chick. This rookery is filled with a lot of birds. And I can tell you now, there's everything from herons to cormorants to ibis to sea eagles to right up the top of the chain where the hawks just wait for one of these birds to make a mistake and come in and get the chick or the egg. I think it's amazing. Not so much this area, folks. It's amazing that the bloke that told me there was 12 different species, I think he just made it up. It sounded good to me.